For the last 2 weeks, the whole world has been watching the controversial trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, a 17-year-old charged with murdering 2 people and seriously injuring a third during a protest-turned-riot in Kenosha, Washington in the summer of 2020. Kyle Rittenhouse is claiming self-defense, and the trial is polarizing to say the least. Kyle's supporters believe that the case is clear-cut based on the abundance of video evidence, while Kyle's detractors believe he had no business being there, let alone armed with an AR-15. Now, this is not a political channel, at least not a partisan one. I have my views and I don't apologize for them or keep them secret, but I don't want to preach those views to you. So even though I've been glued to my computer for the last 2 weeks watching the trial, I'm not going to tell you which side I fall on, nor did I suspect that I'd ever be talking about the trial on this channel. But yesterday, during closing arguments, something happened related to the coverage of the trial that touches on the darker side of technology, which is what this channel is about.
But what you don't get to do is kill someone on the street for committing.
Those who want to give YouTube the benefit of the doubt are pointing out that this is likely just a glitch with the algorithm. Well, let's say that's true. Isn't it a great example of how evil and messed up the algorithms are? And if it wasn't the algorithms, well, first of all, a crucial principle of a free society is transparency in the legal process. Court proceedings are a matter of public record, and they're not subject to copyright.
Like, you may not have freedom of speech anywhere else, but how can we deny it from a courtroom?
And the stream that was being rebroadcast was from the public broadcasting service, for crying out loud. Now, beyond that, independent creators like Rekieta Law were giving traditional media a run for their money. For the last 2 weeks, Nick Rekieta has had a panel of lawyers on his channel giving commentary about the trial live. And no matter what side of the issue you find yourself on, it has been amazing to listen to live commentary of the trial from people who know what they're talking about.
Look, I'm doing the lawyer thing.
This type of information, created and distributed by everyday people with something to say, is exactly what we were hoping for when tech nerds like me contributed to building the internet. And the numbers show that the public agrees. Before the takedown, Nick had 85,000 people watching live. And so even though there's no evidence that this was an intentional strike by the corporate elites, a lot of people suggest that there are those with influence who really don't like that some small town lawyer from central Minnesota is able to cut into their numbers. And obviously, the stream being taken down, whether intentional or an accident, caused those numbers to drop. Many of the people who wanted to watch the trial live were going to go searching for alternative streams. And as far as I know, YouTube didn't take down PBS or any of the corporate legacy media channels. I'm on YouTube because it's still the biggest platform for independent content creators. I figure this is my best shot at getting noticed. But I am looking at Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, and other alternative hosting platforms. I don't really intend to create content that is overly controversial or likely to get my channel striked, but the problem with weakening free speech in any form is that once you open that Pandora's box, the target will change. Overton's window of acceptable topics versus taboo topics is always shifting. What might be safe to talk about today could be dangerous tomorrow. And we have no way of predicting that. This video is criticizing YouTube and taking a pro-free speech position. I don't think I'm in violation of any terms, but will that be the case tomorrow? Recently, a 14-year-old viral video that shaped internet culture was pulled by YouTube for allegedly promoting violence. That proves that age and cultural significance is no defense when those who want to stomp out certain ideas take action. And sure, YouTube is a private company. They have property rights and free speech rights too, but that shouldn't stop us from using our free speech to call them out and say that we think they're being evil and stupid and should cut it out. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And I might find what you have to say to be reprehensible, but I will defend your right to say it with my life. I fell in love with technology 30 years ago, in part because modern tech allows people to self-publish their views, opinions, artistic expressions, code, and lots more in a single instant, all free from the shackles of censorship and gatekeepers. I'm falling out of love with technology today, in large part because those who control it don't seem to share those ideals. Tell me about your favorite alt tech in the comments. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that button because there's going to be a lot more pro-free speech and pro-alt tech content in the future. I'm a software engineer with a career that has spanned over 2 decades, and I intend to use my experience and expertise to do whatever I can to help you take back control of your digital life. Let me know where you want me to start.